Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from group 5. We will presentation about our discussion journal article. And before we start to presentation, I will introduce my members. First, Halla Sofiya with student numbers 19, 17, 40, 44, and Een Helmi Mundifah 19, 17, 40, 40, 21, and me, Dwi Arifianti 19, 17, 40, 40, 40. And the first presenter will spoken by me, Dwi Arifianti, about title, authors, and the link of the journal. Okay, the title of our journal article is Protection of Azerbaijani Language in a Government Platform, yang ditulis oleh Razim Al-Guliev, Farhad Yusifov, dan Afruz Kurbanova. Dan jurnal ini kami temukan di Journal of Linguistic yang terbitan volume 15 nomor 2 Juli 2021, dan kami dapat dari https://ojs.unud.ac.id indeks PHP index. Ya, kemudian untuk submaterialnya yaitu ada research background yang akan disampaikan oleh saya, kemudian teori juga oleh saya Dwi Arifianti, kemudian research methodology oleh Halla Sofiya, dan result atau finding yang akan disampaikan oleh Mbak Een Helmi Mundifah. Untuk selanjutnya yaitu research background. Research background penulis dalam menulis jurnal tersebut yaitu karena technological revolution that has emerged around ICT, protection of language diversity has become one of the topical issues in the modern world, which is rapidly globalizing with the impact of information technology. Achievement in the development of linguistic technologies will gradually lead to greater access of people to information and service in their own language. Jadi, menjaga bahasa itu adalah topik yang lagi hangat-hangatnya di dunia modern. Karena adanya globalisasi, jadi bahasa mereka itu harus dijaga dan dimasukkan dalam bahasa elektronik atau e-government platform agar tidak hilang dan diakui sebagai bahasa mereka asli. Kemudian, the globalization process has a significant impact not only on technological and economic field but also on the social, political, and cultural spheres. The protection of language diversity has become one of the topical issues. The article studies the protection of Azerbaijani language in a government, the approach to the impact of globalization on linguo-cultural space, and linguistic process are explored. Nah, jadi karena adanya globalisasi dan juga linguo-cultural space atau linguistik, proses linguistik, jadi mereka menginginkan agar bahasa Azerbaijani ini masuk ke dalam a government platform untuk menjaga bahasa atau keaslian mereka. Dan faktor-faktornya itu adalah untuk mengkontrol industri guard, juga internet juga bisa digunakan untuk menjaga agar bahasa itu tidak hilang, sehingga mereka itu tahu datanya, seluruh dunia tahu bahwa bahasa Azerbaijani ini adalah bahasa mereka dan tidak bisa diakui oleh negara lain. Jadi penulis sangat tertarik dengan topik tersebut agar bahasa Azerbaijani ini masuk ke dalam a government platform untuk menjaga keasliannya. The application of cloud-based linguistic technologies enables the provision of different services over the internet: translation, cataloging, data storage, availability. They can also be used to preserve the integrity of spoken language. So the writer going to research about this topic so that we know and aware to protect the language in a platform due to emergence of dominant language in a government observes the relevance of language diversity and language protection issues. Ya, yang selanjutnya yaitu teori yang akan dijelaskan oleh saya kembali, Dwi Arifianti. Jadi, the theory is based of regard protection of language diversity is one of the topical issues in generating a government service. Rapid development of ICT and gradual dominance of English language hinder the access of population and ethnic minorities to a service, yang diterangkan oleh Mittal, Cow, dan Thorpe pada tahun 2014. And the next theory is nowadays technological revolution that has emerged around ICT. Protection of language diversity has become one of the topical issues in the modern world, which is rapidly globalizing with the impact of information technology, yang diterangkan oleh Maurice dan Morris pada tahun 2003, dan juga Smetanina Baldwin dan Maslova di tahun 2009. Kemudian teori yang selanjutnya itu the global impact of English in the modern world has been thoroughly investigated in the book English as a Global Language by the famous British linguist David Crystal pada tahun 2003. From the 90 the concepts such as linguistic imperialism, cultural imperialism, media imperialism, and information imperialism have emerged and result in extensive discussion, yang diterangkan oleh Dobroskonskaya pada tahun 2012 dan juga Crystal 2001 dan 2003. Dari teori ini kemudian penulis itu mengambil penelitian dengan tema yang sama, yaitu untuk menjaga bahasa. Given the fact the linguistic influence in the information society are mainly realized through media channel, the influence of the dominant English language on a unique information space, including its Azerbaijani segment, is evident. In this regard, protection of Azerbaijani language in a unique information space becomes essential, and its geolinguistic, interlinguistic, and intralinguistic assessment, the development of effective mechanism are the demand of the day.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Before I start, let me introduce myself. My name is Halla Sofiya. Here, I would like to explain about research methodology. This research methodology is included by the first type of the research, the second object or subject of the research, and the third technique of collecting data, and the last technique of data analysis. For the first type of the research, the type of the research that they use is quantitative research method by survey of research work in the field of protection of the Azerbaijani language in the electronic government platform. And the second object or subject of the research, based on the article, the object of the research is Azerbaijani language. And the third technique of collecting data. The technique of collecting data of their research that they used is observation technique. And the last technique of data analyze, the technique of data analyze that they use of their research is descriptive data analyze. Yeah, I think enough. Thank you. Wallahu muwaffiq ila aqwamit thoriq. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. This is Een Helmi Mundifah. I will show the result of the finding. Firstly, what is the result of the analysis? Generally, there are so many opinions and approaches related to language protection on the internet. And there are many factors in gathering language in the globalization process, and it is not possible to maintain the language at the expense of the controlling each other data factor. The internet also can be used to improving the awareness about language loss and language protection. By implementation of linguistic technology based on the clouds, makes any possibility serviced by internet. For instance, translation, database, catalog, and ebooks. And it can be used to protect the spoken language. The use of linguistic technologies in the Azerbaijan segment of the unique information space will contribute to the protection and development of the Azerbaijani language based on providing varieties on e-services. And the next, how do they present their findings? In this study, the researcher present a chart to show the conceptual models of the protection of Azerbaijan language in e-government, which consists of virtual language training, language sanitation, and ethical keyboards. The researcher also described the concept of the model protection of Azerbaijani language in e-government. Thank you, that's all from me. Bye.
Finally, the presentation is over, and we are sorry for many mistakes, and we are hope our material and our review is have benefits for all of you guys. I think enough. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.